You're sitting in your favorite chair. Maybe you're reading, or working, or just relaxing. You get up for 30 seconds. Coffee, bathroom, a quick stretch, and when you return, there they are, sprawled across your spot, looking up at you like you're the one who left them behind. Most people laugh it off. Typical cat, they say. So entitled. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Your cat didn't steal your seat because they're selfish. They stole it because they were trying to tell you something. Something most owners completely misread. Something that, if ignored, slowly erodes the bond you think you have. Because the moment your cat claims your warm spot, they're not being rude, they're being vulnerable. And by the end of this, you'll never look at that stolen seat the same way again. It happens almost every evening. You've been sitting there for hours, your body heat seeping into the cushion, your scent settling into the fabric. The moment you stand, your cat materializes. They don't just sit nearby. They sit exactly where you sat. Sometimes they even need the spot first, eyes half closed, like they're preparing something. Here's what most owners miss. Your cat isn't claiming the chair. They're claiming you. Cats possess scent glands in their cheeks, paws, and flanks. When they settle into your warm spot, they're performing what behaviorists call scent mingling. They're overlaying their own signature onto yours. It's a chemical conversation happening beneath your awareness. To them, you are your scent, your warmth, your presence. Mate Physical Dr. John Bradshaw, anthrozoologist at the University of Bristol, has documented this extensively. His research shows that cats don't actually recognize ownership of space the way humans do. Instead, they map their environment through scent markers, creating what scientists call an olfactory map of safety. When they take your seat, they're literally rewriting that map to include themselves in your territory. A 2019 study in Applied Animal Behavior. Science found that cats who frequently scent mingle with their owners show significantly lower stress hormones than cats who don't. Your smell literally calms them down. Watch their posture when they take your spot. If they settle slowly, deliberately, almost ceremonially, that's intentional bonding. If they immediately groom themselves or start purring, they're not just getting comfortable, they're getting close to you. Don't shoo them off. Instead, when you return, sit near them rather than reclaiming your spot immediately. Let the scent mingling complete. You're literally letting them finish a sentence. They started, "You've noticed it, haven't you?" They never steal the cold chair. Never the one by the window in winter. Always your spot, your warm spot. And if you try to sit elsewhere, they follow, or te stare, or they wait until you move again. Cats have a higher body temperature than humans, around 102 degrees Fahrenheit. They're constantly seeking heat sources to maintain it. But here's the psychological layer. Your seat represents more than warmth. It represents predictable comfort. Cats are creatures of routine. When they take your spot, they're inserting themselves into your pattern, your rhythm. They're becoming part of your ritual. Research from the University of Georgia's Feline Behavioral Health Department reveals that cats don't just seek warm spots randomly. They seek familiar warm spots. Dr. Sharon Kroll Davis found that cats shown videos of their owners just. The visual showed increased, seeking behavior toward warm objects associated with that person. Your warmth carries your essence. They're not stealing heat. They're stealing proximity to you. Notice if they time it. Do they take your spot only when you've been gone briefly? That's not coincidence. That's tracking. They're monitoring your absence and calculating the perfect moment to intercept your return, not to annoy you, but to be present when you arrive. Create a secondary warm spot nearby using a heating pad or a heated blanket. Place it before you get up. When you return, sit there first. Let them choose to join you rather than replacing you. You're teaching them that proximity doesn't require displacement. Sometimes they don't just sit there. They sit, then look at you. Direct eye contact. Unblinking. Then they might slowly blink or look away. Or most confusingly swish their tail. You feel judged. Like you're being evaluated for something. You are. This is what behaviorists call a security assessment. Your cat is testing whether you'll reclaim your space aggressively, passively, or not at all. They're gauging your attachment to territory versus your attachment to them. It's a relationship test disguised as rudeness. Dr. Kristen V. DeLay at Oregon State University, in her groundbreaking work on cat-human attachment, identified this pattern. Her 2017 study showed that cats who take over owner spaces and receive positive responses, gentle removal, patient waiting, shared seating, demonstrate significantly higher secure attachment scores. They're not being dominant. They're being diagnostic. If they flatten their ears or twitch their tail tip rapidly when you approach, that's actual territorial aggression. But if they remain loose, relaxed, maybe even rolling to expose their belly, that's not a challenge. That's an invitation disguised as a takeover. Approach slowly. Speak softly. Sit down near them rather than standing over them. If they wanted to fight for the spot, they'd leave when you approached. Their staying is the answer. They're asking, are we safe together? Prove that you are. You had a hard day. You were tense. Maybe you argued with someone, or you're worried about something. And that evening, your cat is especially insistent about your seat, more than usual. Almost pushy about it. Cats are emotional sponges. They absorb tension. We don't realize we're broadcasting elevated heart rate, tight shoulders, shallow breathing. Your seat holds your stress signature in the fabric, in the heat pattern of your body. They're drawn to it, specifically to understand what you're experiencing. A 2021 study in Animals Journal demonstrated that cats show emotional contagion behaviors, the physiological states of their owners. When owners showed elevated cortisol, cats spent 40% more time in close proximity, specifically seeking contact with the owner's scent and warmth. They're not stealing your seat to be difficult. They're stealing it to be near your emotional state. If they seem to check in visually after you sit down, if they settle more deeply when you're obviously stressed, they're not relaxing. They're monitoring. Wild cats don't sleep in exposed positions unless they feel safe. Your cat sleeping in your seat while you're distressed is an act of protective proximity. Before you sit, take 3 deliberate breaths. Let your shoulders drop. Your cat is reading you. When you're calm, they'll often relinquish the seat voluntarily or share it, pressed against you, which is the real goal all along. Here it is. The moment that breaks most owners. You return to your seat. Your cat looks up. You reach down to move them, gently, and they bite. Not hard enough to draw blood, just a quick, sharp nip. Then they lick you, or simply settle back down, seemingly satisfied. Most owners recoil. Some get angry, ungrateful. They think, I was just trying to be nice, but they've missed the revelation entirely. That bite isn't aggression. It's disappointment. Your cat took your seat, built a nest of your scent and warmth, performed their security test, absorbed your stress, positioned themselves in your life's rhythm, and then you rejected their offering. When you try to move them without acknowledging what they've built, they experience it as destruction. The bite is a correction. A feline, no, wait. They're not attacking you. They're negotiating. Dr. Karen Overall, veterinary behaviorist at the University of Pennsylvania, describes this in her Manual of Clinical Behavioral Medicine. Cats who establish shared space behavior staking seats, following routines, scent mingling, and then face abrupt displacement without ritualized reunion, often show displacement aggression. But here's what changes everything. Follow-up studies showed that cats who delivered these correction bites and were then allowed to remain in the seat area showed higher oxytocin levels, the bonding hormone, than cats who were removed entirely. The bite wasn't rejection, it was rejection of your rejection. If the bite comes after you've ignored their presence in the spot, if they bite, then immediately groom or headbutt you, that's not anger. That's relationship repair. They're resetting the connection they tried to establish. When you return to your seat, don't immediately evict them. Sit down beside them. Let your legs touch. If they bit you, they're speaking. Learn the language. Slow blink back. Gentle chin scratch. Quiet presence. You're not training them to stay off your furniture. You're learning to share territory as equals. If this is already changing how you see those moments with your cat, those stolen seats, those surprising nips, consider subscribing. We spend our time here decoding the behaviors most owners misread completely. There's always another layer beneath what looks like bad manners. So the next time you find your cat in your spot, remember what's really happening. They haven't claimed the chair against you. They've claimed it for you. For the connection, for the comfort of your scent and the safety of your presence. They've positioned themselves inside your rhythm, your emotional landscape, your daily ritual. And when they bite, if they bite, it's rarely rejection of you. It's usually disappointment that you didn't understand what they were offering. The language of cats is ancient and subtle. It evolved for desert survival, for reading invisible signals, for maintaining bonds without dependency. We expect them to speak dog to greet, to obey, to perform. But cats don't perform. They relate. Every stolen seed is a question. Can we be this close? Every warm nest they build in your absence is preparation for your return. Every seemingly aggressive bite is often, beneath the surface, a wounded invitation. So tomorrow, when you walk back into that room and see them there, your spot, your warmth, your routine claimed by this small, mysterious creature, don't sigh. Don't chew. Sit down nearby. Let them finish what they started. Because in that quiet moment, your cat isn't warning you. They're choosing you. Again and again. They're choosing you. And finally, you're learning to let them.